Nations must have high rigid oversight of oil companies and suppliers, according to NRGI, due to high indecence of corruption. Meanwhile, we tell you that multi-million-dollar gold heist, detectives find part of stolen cash buried in soldier's backyard, and 3 now in custody. Patient sets fire to mattress and patient escape and several recaptures and 5 still at large. Countries vary widely on vaccine mandate implementation, and tongue clerk denies vendor removal scandal. Meanwhile, GA to use part of $21 billion IDB loan for women trainings program. And 3 Region 4 residents succumbed to COVID-19. The details of these stories and more when the news returns.
I'm in a rush. Digital got me in a rush. Driving style for the summer. Digital summer rush.
Nobody's doing it big like Digicel this summer. Top up with $1,000 or more and collect the letters to spell the word RUSH for a chance to win one of 3 brand new Toyota Rush SUVs. Yes, you heard it right. 3 brand new Toyota Rush SUVs.
Driving style for the summer. Hey, Digicel summer rush.
Start topping up now.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Corruption is epidemic in the petroleum sector, not just among license and right shareholders, but among those partnering and subcontractors and suppliers. This is why the National Resources Governance Institute, NRGI, is encouraging Guyana and other oil-producing states to have rigid oversight over these companies. NRGI stated that between 2008 and 2017, oil, gas, and mining companies spent an average of just under $1 trillion a year, set to remain one of the major financial flows from extractive industries reports. NRGI pointed to corruption risk in the operations and supplies, including bribery, favoritism, and state captures. Get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. Detectives Saturday night made a major breakthrough by recovering some of the cash that was stolen in the multi-million-dollar gold heist last Thursday. The recovered cash, according to information, totaled to $18 million and was found buried in the backyard of a serving member of the Guyana Defense Force. He has since been arrested along with another GDF member believed to be his girlfriend. The Deputy Director of Corporate Communications Unit of the Guyana Police Force, Stan Gavaya, had confirmed earlier yesterday that 3 persons are in custody for crime, and among them are individuals with military background. He explained that multiple persons were detained in connection with the crime and questioned, but some have been released after the cops did not find anything to link them to the heist. A section of the National Psychiatric Hospital situated at Fort Kanji Berbice was once again set on fire by a patient. Regional Chairman David Armigan disclosed that a patient used matches to set a mattress on fire and as a result scorched a section of the Ward 4 of the institution on Saturday night around 21 hours 15. The patients of that ward were unsupervised at the time that the fire began. In fact, the nurse who had ended her shift left before the other nurse took over. Armigan in the invited comment disclosed that further efforts will now be able to have security personnel placed inside the institution to strengthen security. The highly contagious of the new strain of the COVID-19 virus, the Delta variant, and the goal to achieve herd immunity has promoted many heads of state around the world to make vaccines mandatory for the majority of the citizens and persons entering their territories. In most countries, all workers in health sectors are mandated to get vaccinated against the virus. This implementation over the months has caused turmoil between governments and citizens of their countries. On such event was the recent attack on Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves, during an anti-vaccine protest. Even though the Prime Minister disclosed that he would not make vaccine mandatory, his government is proposing a measure where they are planning to make vaccines mandatory for certain employees. The Mayor and City Council yesterday denied rumors being spread about plans to remove vendors from the Stabroek area. Town Clerk Candace Nelson stated that it has been brought to the attention of the MNCC by concerned citizens that certain individuals bent on creating confusion and mischief within the municipality have been mobilizing street vendors to protest against the council. She stated that those involved have informed section of the vending population in Georgetown that the town clerk is preparing to remove them from doing business in the city. Nelson mentioned that it is a wicked plot to use street vendors to stir up trouble against the city council. Nelson noted that the council would like to let the public know that there is no plan to remove or prevent vendors from doing their business and making their livelihood. The Guyana Energy Association, in cooperation with the International Development Bank (IDB), is planning to provide training and development of market-based advisory for women in building local solutions for the utilization of solar energy. This training program will be part of the energy matrix diversification and strengthening of the Department of Energy of some $21 million funding program proceeds. This comes after an advertisement on Friday by the GA, which saw the agency looking to hire a consulting firm to provide training services for the program. According to the IDB, the program, which was approved in August 2018, was implemented to support Guyana's evolving energy sector by investing in substantive cleaner energy solutions to diversify the energy matrix in the hinterland while contributing to climate change mitigation. Your COVID-19 updates and your page 7 comes up after the break. Stay with us.
Weak systems of governance and the absence of the rule of law both combine to form the perfect stage for corruption to flourish. As part of our anti-corruption fight at Kaieteur Radio, we invite you to join us every Tuesday evening from 7:30 p.m. as we embark on the most needed quest to remove the tentacles of corruption from our systems. See you then for our latest program called Governance, Corruption and Justice.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. It is time for me to turn my attention to page 7 of the Kaieteur News that is dedicated of being blunt. We tell you now that more and more Guyanese are coming out against the expensive and the secretive gas shore project. Yet the PPP under the President and Vice President barrel ahead recklessly without paying any mind to what Guyanese are saying or the serious concern they have. In the mix-up minds of the main leaders of this country, this is what passes for accountability and answering to the people. Apparently, the accountability part of democracy does not apply here. Now the government announces that it is looking for a project manager and a senior engineer for the gas ashore project. This is accountability in Guyana, only in Guyana, since leaders don't dare something like this in Jamaica or Trinidad or even Haiti. Think about that, fellow citizens. And it is time for your COVID-19 updates. Yesterday, the Ministry of Health reported that 3 more persons who tested positive for the COVID-19 disease have died. As a result of this, Guyana's COVID-19 death toll has moved to 559. According to the ministry, the latest fatalities are that of an 83-year-old woman, 2 men, and a 68-year-old and a 60-year-old, all of whom are from Region 4. Within the last 24 hours, 50 new infections were recorded, bringing the total number of confirmed cases in Guyana to 22,982. Presently, there are 86 persons in institutional isolation, 17 patients in the COVID-19 ICU, 728 persons in home isolation, and 3 in institutional quarantine. To date, a total of 21,595 have recovered from the virus. And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Let me remind you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at the newsstand near you, or head across to our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. I am Joshua Van Sleckman. Thank you for joining us. Have a great remainder of your Monday afternoon. Encouraging you that coming up immediately after this, is a short excerpt from the publisher of the Kaieteur News on the oil and gas sector, Mr. Glenn Lal, followed by the National Outlook with GHK Lal, and 13 hours, it is time for Your Health Matters with Rihanna Ramsey. Have a great remainder, everybody.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-846.